It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're underway from Seattle. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play action now, Murray. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Green. On.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. On the move, headed right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Murray on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Kill.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here we go.
Dak now from the gun. Forced out to his right. Fits it through the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Dowdle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Prescott here from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Walker on 1st down. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Swim.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Taken in by Noah Fant. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Metcalf there to bring it in. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Easy.
From the gun, it's Murray. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
First and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Dak. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on first. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Play action, Prescott. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on 3rd down.
Here we go!
From the gun is Prescott. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go!
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Big Ace open, Big Ace open.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey. Hold on.
Murray here on 1st down. Chased out to his right. Smith and Jigba there to go. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball was round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways, and unfortunately for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way right out of bounds.
Walker gets the pitch. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They have themselves another first and 10. Working inside the red zone. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
Pete, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Second and 8. Hits his running back. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And the slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
All right, set now, first and 10. Back to the well again. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Give him around 6. That's going to make it second and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Wangu now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from the gun here. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Murray. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down from the red zone. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Cowboys take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Dowdle has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Cowboys get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys make it a 24-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Big X open. Big X open. 2-2.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He's back to throw. He puts some power on a deep one, and they pick him off again. Marcus Williams has it. And the Cowboys will start with it in the fourth after an interception to end the quarter. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Ferguson's got it, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now to throw on third down. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set. First and 10.
Omaha.
From the gun, it's Murray. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
This is Walker on second. And not much on the run, but he does get across the 25. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Murray on 3rd down. On the move, headed right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Let's see what he can do on the return. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And it's going to be their football coming up. They've got first down from the 31.
Yeah! Here we go!
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another carry for him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Yeah! Here we go!
3rd and long, Prescott. That one's complete over the middle. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He has it at the 13. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 65 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Deron Bland. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He beams one deep right side. Big game downfield. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Seahawks still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Handoff on second and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, kill.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go.
Play action, Prescott. Completed to his running back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down.
Here we go, 47.
Dak now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Yeah, here we go.
Now a run here from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, when they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
The give here on second. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves him with 3rd and 10.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Man in motion, headed right. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Third and long for him here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it.
Gay's kick is good. And they push their lead to 23.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Murray setting up to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go. What did I say?
Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And they bring him down around the 34. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Cowboys very close to an 11th win this season. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Yeah! Here we go! What is it?
Hand off to the back. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Oh, they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.